Hey, what's up, Fit Fam? You know what time it is. It's a new month, so it's time for a new Strength Club workout here. So we're going into September. This year's flying by, but we got a new workout. A lot of similar stuff that we've done before, some new things, and packaged a little bit differently than last month. As last month, remember, we had a different structure than our traditional structure. Not too crazy, but for those supersets, we were doing things a little bit differently. So we're going to go back to a little bit similar structure that we were doing before that, and we're going to focus on that strength training. And this month, we're going to be working those 8 to 10 reps during that strength training, so taking those reps up a little bit higher. I know that's always everybody's favorite. I know it sounds daunting because there's 10 reps instead of 5 to 8, but remember, it's really just the last few reps that are going to make that difference anyway. So you got the template here, you know the structure here, so let's get into it. We're going to start with our ramping. So we're going to start by hanging here. Great for building that grip strength, shoulder mobility, decompressing the spine. Remember to focus on your breathing here. Big deep breath in through the nose. Get as much air as you can. Think about your torso expanding like a big balloon. Hold that air in for a couple seconds and slowly let that air out. 3 to 4 deep breaths there would be really good for most people. If you can do 2 to 3, that'd be awesome as well. But use that breathing, stay focused, embrace the idea that these are supposed to be challenging. You will get much better at them if you just embrace that idea of making them tough to keep challenging yourself there. So we got 30 seconds on those hangs, and then we are putting this together with our Pallof step outs or our Pallof press step out, however you want to call it. So for this one, remember, we're going to get set up perpendicular to the wall, and we're going to be stepping out a couple steps and then back in. So you want to make sure that you start with tension in that band. You can see Coach Kath got her shoulders down and away from those ears, walling up those abs, and then keeping those feet straight ahead. She's going to step out a couple steps, stepping back in, and the goal here is to keep those hands right in line with your spine. So as you're stepping, your hands aren't falling behind and then pulling them back over. You're stepping out nice and rigid. So we're really trying to build that trunk strength or that like girdle strength. If you think about that torso and all those muscles working as a girdle to protect your spine. When we come back to this one, we'll face the other direction. Now, if you've experienced any sort of hip or back pain while working that step out, just hold that Pallof press position for that 30 seconds. We got 2 sets of those, and then we're going to move over to the blue floor, and we're going to use our sandbags for the next 2 exercises. So we have our sandbag dead bugs here. So remember here, we're tearing that bag apart. We're not just holding it up. Pull that bag apart and then reaching one leg at a time here. Now, pulling that bag apart is going to get those lats engaged for us. So it's really important that you focus on that because those are core muscles as well when we think about them in that sense of the torso. Then if you want, you can add in rotations here, rotating with that opposite arm and leg. You can also take that bag down toward the floor and pull it back up. So there's ways to scale this or challenge yourself a little bit more with this one as you're feeling more comfortable with it. But remember, take your time with those legs, challenge yourself with those reps. We're going to pair this up with our beast pull-throughs here. So we're going to be in that beast squat position, knees pushed apart, knees right under those hips, and then we're just going to pull that bag across here, keeping it under those hips and belly button, not under your chest, and pull nice and slow. The slower you pull on this one, the more challenging it's going to be, the more you're going to get out of it. And if you need to, just hold that beast position or go to a plank position if you need to as well. So we're going to go back and forth on those 2 for 2 sets. Then that's it for our ramping. Then we're going to move over to our total body work just to get all those muscles warmed up for this workout. So this month, awesome combination. We've done this one before. Everybody seemed to like it. It worked really well, so we're going to bring it back. We're going to match up our chin-ups with our Monster Walk sled drag. So we're going to be going for 5 to 10 chin-ups here. And again, on this, because we're sort of getting warmed up, I would rather you give yourself a little extra support or assistance on this one if you need it, because we want to get at least 5 good reps. If you can do 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, do that, but never come close to failing on this one. We're using this to get warmed up here, not exhaust ourselves. So 5 to 10 good reps. Then you're going to head over to the sled, and we have our Monster Walk sled drag here. So pushing those knees apart, tension in that band, and then you're taking those small steps nice and slow as you drag that sled. You can see you're really intentional as I'm walking. Part of that is because those bands are tight. I'm keeping my feet pushed apart. I can't take big steps anyway and keep that tension in that band. You're going to feel this in your glutes and your quads here as you're working this one. So it's nice and slow. You're just going to take the sled down one way. You or the next person will pull it back on that next set. So it's one way down after those chin-ups. Give yourself, a minute or 2 to recover. We're going to get 2 sets of that in, and then we're going to move on to our strength set. So now that we've gotten all warmed up, got all those muscles firing, everybody's feeling pretty good, we're going to be working 8 to 10 reps on our strength. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to have 3 exercises, and we're going to work them like a circuit. So the first one is our dumbbell alternating incline bench press. So we're going to get that incline of that on that bench, and then one arm at a time. Now, both hands stay up, so we're rigid through those shoulders. I'm not just holding the dumbbell up with that other arm. I'm really pressing with that other arm as I pull the other arm down. Deep breath in on the way down. Push that air as you press up. Now, the challenge here is that this is 8 to 10 reps on each side. So both arms are doing some work the entire time. So this one, start a little bit lighter. Give yourself some time to find out what weights feel good for that 8 to 10 reps, because you don't want to find out that you grabbed a 5 rep weight because you're holding that other weight up for so long. So take your time, figure this one out, but give yourself time to really focus on those reps, wrist staying over those elbows, 8 to 10 on each side. Then we have our deadlifts. So for this one, obviously, you can do the trap bar, you can do the kettlebells, you can use the straight bar, whichever one you prefer here. But you can see Coach Matt here, nice flat back, chest up, taking that slack out of that bar before he pulls here, driving through those heels, squeezing those glutes tight at the top. Now again, 8 to 10 reps on a deadlift, that's a lot. So again, for those of you who've been doing this workout with us, if you were here for those 5 to 8 reps, you need to start considerably lighter on that first day, in that first set at least, because I want you to feel what it's like to do those 8 to 10 reps as you're working them. Because again, you don't want to start with a heavier weight and then find out, okay, I'm running out of gas here. Start lighter. We can always take those weights up on that second or third set as we get there as well. Then from there, we have our dumbbell or kettlebell 3-point rows. So for this one, we use a box. This is where we get that one leg underneath us. Now, we're going to use that box, and we're going to push into that box. I want you to really hold yourself up on that box, using that front leg for some support as well. And then as you're rowing, you're going to pull that hand towards your low ribs and hip here, so it's not up towards your armpit. You're going to really feel that squeeze through the shoulder blade, and I want you pushing that box into the floor as you're pulling. That's actually going to have you feeling a lot stronger as well, because as you start to push, your body's going to feel stronger to pull in that other direction here as well. So you're going to do 8 to 10 on one arm, then you're going to switch that arm and leg. You're going to do 8 to 10 on the other side here. So then we're going to work through this. We got 2 to 3 times work through it. It's the first week. At least 2 sets. Some of you might feel great and have enough time and energy for 3 sets. Weeks 2, 3, and 4, we will definitely be working 3 sets, possibly even a 4th set for anybody who's feeling like they have a little bit more that they can, work on that exercise. So 8 to 10 reps, 3 times through that, 2 to 3 times through that circuit, and then we're going to move on to our finisher here. So for our conditioning at the end, actually this is a new combination, so we'll see how this one goes, but it's great. It's going to be challenging. We're going to start with our landmine bus drivers, a little bit of core work and some power here as well. Remember, we're going to pivot through that back foot, squeeze in that back glute nice and tight, and then use those hips to pull that bar up. It's a deep breath in on the way down. Push that air as you pull up. And again here, err on the side of going lighter, especially at the end of this workout. Don't let your ego get in the way. I want you to have a weight on that bar that you can pull with speed and power to pull it up. So we're going to do 5 to each side here. So 5 great reps on each side. Then we're going to head over to the blue floor, and we're going to do a crawl with a plate push this month. So you see here, Coach Paul's taking that step, and then he's pushing that plate not just forward, but also at an angle, so it's putting it in front of the other hand that he's going to use here. You can slow this one down. Now, coordination is going to be a factor for this one at first as well. You can't really do it wrong, but we'll keep working on ways to make it smoother and feel more coordinated, because I think that's going to be the biggest improvement that people will see in the first couple weeks. This is also going to be challenging because it's going to take some more time than a traditional crawl, so it's going to be a lot of time. We're only going to go one way down the floor on this one, though, so that's kind of nice, right? I'm a nice guy, so I'm considering everybody's feelings here. So we got that plate push just one way down, and then our last exercise, we're going to hit that echo bike because we're really just going to try to burn up all that fuel in that tank at the end here. So we got 5 calories going as hard as you can. Now, again, on this one, remember, check those times. Challenge yourself to try to get a little bit faster. If you've been going 18 or 19 seconds for a couple months, really see if you can get to that 16 or 17. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but eventually you'll get better at 16 to 17 seconds, then your goal will be 15, 14, and all that really, the reason that really matters is because it proves that you are able to do the same amount of work faster, right? That means you're getting better at this. You're able to do more in less time, and that's why you want to have some of these goals, because that's going to translate to more energy and making things easier outside the gym as well. So, hey, I'm excited about this one. I think it's a great workout. I think you guys are going to really like it. And if you don't, it's only 4 weeks, okay? So that's our Strength Club Workout A for September, everybody. Love you, bye.